Hi, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to Wolf Tales. Last time, we had a very serious conversation with Fudiyu, and today we continue on. A few days have passed since Fudiyu and I have had our nighttime discussion. Given time to process what I said, both girls gradually return to the usual selves, and we go back to how we were before the trip to the hot spring. Aside from the occasional sidelong glance, we return to our previous dynamic without incident. Come on, princess, what's taking so long? Asked Fudiyu. Just pick a movie and put it in. I need another minute, says Miyagi. I've narrowed my choices down to 2 tapes, but I'm having a hard time deciding on the one. So watch one tonight and one tomorrow. It's not a big deal, says Fudiyu. Yeah, but, Fuckboy King, can we watch both of these tonight? Asked Miyagi. No, I say. You can pick one. No, I say. You pick one, Fudiyu picks one. That's what we agreed on. Oh, no fair, says Miyagi. Miyagi sulks as she goes back to deciding which movie she wants to watch tonight. Sheesh, I think to myself. Miyagi's acting more and more human by the day. I was right to worry about the negative impact of having the girls stay here. They seem to be getting just a little bit too used to human culture. At the rate things are going, they really won't be able to reintegrate back into their pack. I leave the girls alone and walk into the kitchen. I then turn on the radio for any changes in the weather and plans to have the pass cleared. I enjoy having those two here, but we really do need to get them home sooner rather than later. The longer they stay here, the more difficult it's going to be on all of us when they inevitably leave. After listening to the radio for a short while, I turn it back off. With a smile on my lips, I return to the living room. Oh well, no use in worrying about it while the paths are still blocked, I think to myself. Once a clear route back to the girls' den has surfaced, then we'll talk. Fuckboy King, I've reached a decision, says Miyagi excitedly. You have, I ask? About returning home, I think to myself. Uh-huh, says Miyagi. Tonight we'll watch the rest of the Grasslands documentary. Then tomorrow we'll watch this movie about the Man of Iron. Oh, you were talking about what we'll be watching, I say. Alright, sounds good to me. Though I didn't pick you for a fan of superheroes. Superheroes, asked Miyagi. Yeah, that's the second movie you picked. It's about a person with a suit of high-tech armor who goes around fighting bad guys. Oh? Is that what it's about? Asked Miyagi. I thought it was an educational film about blacksmiths. Why would I even have something like that, I think to myself. In that case, I'll pick something else, says Miyagi. I'm not fond of violence, she says. Alright, you go do crunch. That. I look down at my feet as I hear a crunching sound from below. When I raise my foot, I notice numerous crumbs of food on the rug. Miyagi, I thought you already cleaned the living room today. Asked Miyagi. Oh yes, the food scraps on the floor, she says. My apologies, I haven't started to sweep those up. Sweep them up, I ask. Yes, I will start shortly right after I've picked another movie. No, you don't need to sweep up anything. With a rug it'll be too difficult, I say. Have you ever heard of a vacuum cleaner, I ask. Vacuum cleaner? Asked Miyagi. Never mind, it'll be quicker just to show you how it works. I head to the storeroom and find the vacuum cleaner tucked away in the back corner. After making sure it's fully charged, I bring it back into the living room and turn it on and... Vroom! Oh boy, here we go again. Arf, arf, arf! Fuckboy King, be careful that thing is, says Miyagi. Miyagi walks backwards into the kitchen looking for a weapon to defend herself with. No, Miyagi, settle down, I say. This machine is... Ah, another one, says Fudiyu. And this one managed to get into the cabin, she says. Quick, princess, behind me. I'll take it out. Fudiyu, asked Miyagi. Please be careful. It already has Fuckboy King cornered. If it feels threatened, it might attack him. Not on my watch, says Fudiyu. Girls, come on, not this again, I say. I know the noises unsettle you, but it's just a machine. It won't hurt you. That's what you said about the last one. It swallowed you whole, says Fudiyu. I'm not taking any chances with this one. Good grief. I'm just going to start cleaning. While the girls are facing off against the vacuum cleaner, I grab it by the handle and move the vacuum back and forth. The vacuum sucks up the crumbs left on the floor, leaving it in a much cleaner state than before. It's moving, Furyu, says Miyagi. Grr, stay back. I'm warning you, says Furyu. These fangs and claws aren't just for show. Yes, that's right, says Miyagi. We won't go down without a fight. My goodness, you two. Why can't you listen to me, I ask? Look, I'm turning it off, okay? Having cleaned the floor around where we usually eat, I turn the vacuum cleaner off. The moment I do, the noise stops and both the wolf girls begin to relax. Is it dead? Asks Mirani. Careful, princess, says Furyu. It may be lulling us into a false sense of security. Allow me to investigate. Oh, okay, be careful, says Mirani. Easy does it, says Furyu. Easy. Now! Hey, what are you doing? Stop that, I say. Chomp. The moment Furyu enters a striking range, she lunges at the vacuum cleaner and sinks her teeth into it. Furyu, stop that. You don't need to attack it, I say. It's already dead, okay? Are you sure, Fuckboy King? Asks Mirani. Yes, I'm sure. Stop biting it, Furyu, I say. If you insist, says Furyu. It didn't taste very good anyways. Of course it didn't. It's plastic, I say. Patting herself on the back while enjoying praise from her princess, Furyu leads Mirari into the next room. Meanwhile, I assess the damage to the vacuum cleaner, which thankfully isn't as bad as it seemed. For crying out loud, how many times do I have to tell those girls? Maybe I should send them to the hot spring or something next time I want to use the vacuum or the truck. I mean, in a way, I guess it's good that they aren't completely used to life here. If they're going to rejoin their pack, then it's best that they don't get too comfortable around here. But really, of all the things I'd wish they'd learn while they stay here, not attacking appliances is a pretty big one. Grumbling to myself, I take the vacuum cleaner back to the storeroom and put it where I found it. Still, I say, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if the girls got used to life here. I mean, I do want what's best for them, and I'm certain what's best is for them to return to their pack, but even so, if hypothetically they could return to their pack, then it's not like that would be the end of the world. Conflicted, I return to the living room. Oh, well, I guess it's a needless concern as long as the path is still blocked, I say. Right now, we're all stuck together, whether we like it or... Bang, bang, bang. Princess, are you there? I followed your scent to this cabin. Please, princess, if you're in there, answer me. A visitor? For me? Asked Miyani. And that voice. Princess, it's someone else from our pack. They found a way through the snow, says Furyu. Ah, yes, that must be it, says Miyagi. Quickly, let us see her at once. With a solemn look on her face, Miyagi walks over to the door. She then unlocks the door and begins to open it, at which point her facial expressions change immediately. Princess, says Wolf Girl. Oh my goodness, says Miyagi. What happened to you? Asked Furyu. Was the trek over here truly so treacherous? When the girls open the door, what awaits them is another wolf girl. Unlike Miyagi and Furyu, however, the girl before them appears to be heavily injured. No, the path is clear. There is no problem. Before the path was cleared, however, the injured girl looks Miyagi in the eye as she speaks. Princess, your mother. My mother? Asked Miyagi. What about my mother? Is she okay? Princess, the avalanche which occurred during your absence injured many of us, including myself. For every one of us injured by the avalanche, however, 2 more were killed. Among those killed by the avalanche was your mother. The queen is dead? Asked Furyu. Oh no, says Miyagi. My deepest apologies, princess, but there's no time for you to grieve. After your mother's passing, you were presumed dead as well. In light of that, a challenge was made for the throne. A challenge? Asked Furyu. Who would dare? One of the surviving hunters. He took advantage of the confusion and loss of life to declare himself the new alpha male. If you don't hurry back, princess, he will truly become the new pack leader and take from you what is rightfully yours. The injured wolf girl barely remained standing, supported solely by desperation and anger. Princess, did you hear that? Asked Furyu. We must leave at once. Mother, says Mirari. This is no time for mourning, says Furyu. If you wish to honor your mother's memory, then claim the throne she has left for you. But I, says Miyari, I don't even want the throne, I think to myself. Those words which Miyari cannot say in front of her injured kin are transmitted to me directly as clear as day. What weighs on her mind is not the leadership of the pack, but the death of her beloved mother. Unfortunately, the other two wolf girls present are not about to give her the time to grieve. Princess, please, you must return and take the throne. Too many of us have already been killed or injured. What we need now more than ever is the stability of the royal family's leadership. I agree, Princess, says Furyu. If we do not return now, who knows what fate would befall our pack. Take on the role left by your parents, Princess. Become our new leader, says Furyu. I understand what you're asking of me. I really do, but, says Miyari. Avoiding the gaze of her two insistent wolf girls, Miyari looks to me for help. Staring at me pleadingly, she appears to be on the brink of tears as she seeks my advice. Unfortunately for Miyari, I agree with her clansmen. You need to go, Miyari, I say. Fuckboy King, asks Miyari. This is your fight, Miyari, I say to her. It's for the future of your pack, which both of your parents died to protect. If you don't go, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. But I, says Miyari. I stand directly in front of Miyari and smile as I look down at her. It's okay. I'll look after your friend here. When you're done sorting out your pack business, I'll be right here waiting to hear the good news. So leave. Return to your pack, I say. And then when all of this is over, if you still want to come back and see me, I'll welcome you with open arms. I shift my gaze to Furyu for a moment as I speak those final words. Quickly averting her eyes, Furyu tries her best to conceal the blush on her face as she attempts to retain her serious expression. Very well, says Miyari. I will go and fulfill my obligation. I really want to let her go, but I don't at the same time. I just want to see what he'll say. Let us... Hang on a second, I say. I interrupt Miyari mid-sentence, causing the wolf girls to look at me in surprise. I know I said you should leave, but I didn't mean it right now. Stay here for tonight. Eat well, sleep well, and prepare yourself for what you'll be soon facing. But says Miyari. I place my index finger over Miyari's lips as she tries to protest. You've almost died twice in the short time we've known one another, Miyari. Please, don't tempt fate a third time. Make whatever preparations you need tonight, then settle everything tomorrow. Would you do that for me, Miyari? I ask her. All right, says Miyari. I understand. If you're asking me, Fuckboy King, then I will do as you say. Now hold on a minute there, says Furyu. We don't have time to play around here any longer. Even now, our kin must be... You too, Furyu, I say. Huh? Asks Furyu. I place my hand, which was resting on Miyari's lips a moment ago, on Furyu's shoulder. I know you feel like you need to go right this second, without any delay, but please, think about this for a second. Your friend needs urgent care, and Miyari has just learned of her mother's death. Do you really think that rushing headfirst into the action is the right thing to do? Well, that is, says Furyu. And of course, there's your own health to worry about, Furyu. Mine? asks Furyu. That's right, I say. You're on edge, surprised, and you feel restless. You're worried about your kin, but also about your friends right here. If you go out there while your head is muddled, you're only going to wind up getting hurt. And the last thing I want is for you to end up in the same state as your friend here. Fuckboy King, says Furyu. With slightly reddened cheeks, Furyu opens her eyes wide and stares at me. Ahem, says the wolf girl. Huh? Furyu jumps in surprise as her injured friend suddenly clears her throat. Honestly, you two, you'd allow yourself to be charmed by a human male so easily? I'm disappointed in both of you, especially you, Furyu, says the wolf girl. What happened to the cautious soldier who despised humans and claimed that they weren't to be trusted? Has this human male truly tamed you in such a short amount of time? Miyari and Furyu both look down at their feet as their friend chastises them. The injured wolf girl doesn't mince her words, nor does she display any joy on her face as she speaks. She's truly bewildered by the choices of her companions. That being said, the human may have a point. Our opponent is formidable. If you go out there without a plan, you'll likely wind up rushing to your deaths. Before you leave, let me explain to you in depth what's going on and who you're up against. Alright, everybody, I think I'm going to call it here for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Wolf Tales.